Some of the most interesting things about ancient history, particularly what came out of ancient Sumer.
This is a story that has been hidden in plain sight for centuries. A civilization so advanced, so mysterious, that its legacy continues to shape our world today.
Astronomical references, a moon, a star, various symbols, technology being used 6,000 years ago.
Yet remains largely unexplored in our schools. The ancient Sumerians, who flourished in Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, gave us the very foundations of our modern society.
Like, what, is this just fiction?
Yeah.
Like, why would they detail this, and how do they have a representation of the solar system?
From the calendar we still use, to the wheel, the plow, and even our written language. Yet why is it that we hardly ever talk about them? What secrets might they have left behind that challenge everything we think we know about our past? The rise of the Sumerian civilization. The Sumerians, one of the earliest advanced civilizations in human history, emerged in Mesopotamia around 3000 BC. Mesopotamia, often referred to as the Cradle of Civilization, is where the Sumerians established the world's first cities, such as Uruk, Ur, and Eridu. These cities flourished thanks to the fertile land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, and the Sumerians quickly became skilled in agriculture, trade, and construction. They were pioneers in urban planning, creating intricate systems of canals and irrigation to support their growing population. What stands out about the Sumerians is their speed of advancement. In what seems like a short period, they developed writing, mathematics, and complex social structures. Their achievements were unprecedented for their time, especially considering the lack of prior technological development. Despite their incredible advancements, Sumer remains a civilization that few know much about. Why did they develop so rapidly, and why does their story remain largely untold? Their sudden leap from primitive living to complex urban societies still raises eyebrows. As we dive deeper into their contributions, it becomes clear that the Sumerians were not just ahead of their time. They may have had help from beings beyond their world. Their advancements weren't just technological, they laid the foundation for everything modern civilization would grow from, paving the way for successive cultures that built upon their innovations. The Anunnaki, gods or aliens? The Sumerians' written records tell the tale of the Anunnaki, divine beings who arrived on Earth from the heavens. These gods were said to have come from a distant planet known as Nibiru, which only passes through our solar system every 3,600 years. The Anunnaki were described as beings of immense power and knowledge, credited with giving the Sumerians their advanced technology, agriculture, and written language. But who were the Anunnaki? Ancient texts describe them not as mythological gods, but as extraterrestrial beings. The Sumerians referred to them as those who came from the heavens to Earth, suggesting they may have been visitors from another world, bringing their knowledge to an otherwise primitive humanity. Some theorists speculate that the Anunnaki may have genetically engineered humanity, creating the first Homo sapiens through a process of hybridization between their species and Earth's early primates. This leads us to ask, were the Anunnaki truly gods? Or were they simply advanced beings who left their mark on human history? And what if their presence on Earth was far more than just a myth? These questions challenge our understanding of history and force us to reconsider the origins of human civilization. The Sumerian Achievements, gifts from the Anunnaki. The Sumerians were the first to record their history in written form, and their inventions have shaped the course of civilization. From the invention of cuneiform writing to the development of the wheel, the Sumerians' contributions to human progress were monumental. They were also the first to create a calendar based on lunar cycles, a system that is still in use today in many parts of the world. Their agricultural innovations, such as the plow and irrigation techniques, revolutionized farming and allowed their cities to thrive in an otherwise harsh environment. But these achievements were not entirely of Sumerian origin. According to their records, the Anunnaki played a key role in teaching them these technologies. The knowledge they imparted was far beyond what would have been possible for a civilization at the time. The Sumerians even spoke of their gods creating tools, teaching them how to build advanced structures and guiding them in the art of astronomy. The advances they made were sudden and highly sophisticated, raising the question, were the Sumerians just highly gifted innovators, or did they have help from a more advanced civilization? The creation of humanity, genetically engineered or natural evolution. One of the most profound aspects of Sumerian mythology is its account of the creation of humans. The Sumerian texts tell the story of the Anunnaki's decision to create a race of workers to assist them in mining gold and performing other laborious tasks. The Anunnaki, who were said to come from the planet Nibiru, needed gold to save their dying atmosphere. To create a workforce capable of performing these complex tasks, they genetically engineered the first humans.
These tablets are really talking about is a genetic engineering.
According to the Sumerian records, the Anunnaki combined their DNA with that of Homo erectus, the primitive hominids that inhabited Earth at the time, resulting in the creation of Homo sapiens. This process of genetic manipulation seems far ahead of its time, and the Sumerians documented their creation in great detail.
Sumerian tablet that actually shows the tree of life.
They even went so far as to explain the process of procreation, revealing how the first humans were not only created for labor, but also reproduction, ensuring that their workforce would continue to grow. This account raises significant questions about the origins of humanity. Did we evolve naturally, as most scientific theories suggest, or were we deliberately engineered by an advanced civilization? The Sumerians' creation story is not only fascinating, but it may be the key to understanding our true origins. Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. The Flood and the Great Cataclysm. One of the most striking similarities between the Sumerian story and other ancient mythologies is the tale of the Great Flood. In the Sumerian account, the flood was not a random event, but a catastrophic occurrence triggered by the return of Nibiru. As the planet passed through the solar system, its gravitational pull caused chaos on Earth, resulting in massive flooding and widespread destruction. The Sumerians described the flood as a divine act meant to wipe out humanity and start anew. But the story of the flood does not end there. According to the Sumerian texts, one of the Anunnaki gods, Enki, took pity on humanity and warned a chosen few to build a vessel to survive the flood. This individual, Ziusudra, known later as Noah in the Bible, was tasked with preserving life on Earth. For 7 days, the floodwaters raged, and only Ziusudra and his family survived, carrying with them the seeds of the next generation of humanity. The story of the flood is echoed in countless other cultures, from the biblical account of Noah to the ancient myths of the Egyptians and the Indians. This shared myth suggests that the Great Flood was not just a localized event, but a global cataclysm that shaped the course of human history. The legacy of the Anunnaki, knowledge and technology. The Anunnaki may have left Earth long ago, but their legacy continues to shape humanity today. The Sumerians' advanced knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering laid the foundation for future civilizations. They taught the Sumerians to build cities, create writing systems, and develop complex social and political structures. The Sumerians' advanced understanding of the cosmos, their creation of the 360-degree circle, and their innovations in timekeeping are still evident in the systems we use today. Despite their absence, the influence of the Anunnaki lived on through their teachings. Their knowledge was passed down through generations, eventually influencing the Babylonians, Egyptians, and other ancient civilizations. The techniques and technologies they introduced helped shape the world we know today. However, the true extent of their influence is still not fully understood. While historians often dismiss the idea of the Anunnaki as mere myth, the consistency of these stories across multiple cultures suggests that there may be some truth to them. As we continue to uncover the secrets of ancient civilizations, the legacy of the Anunnaki may provide us with a deeper understanding of our origins and the true story of humanity's beginnings. The fall of the Anunnaki. Why did they leave? The departure of the Anunnaki from Earth remains one of the most mysterious aspects of their story. According to the Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki left Earth after the flood, but their reasons for leaving are unclear. Some theories suggest that they simply completed their mission of creating humanity and gathering the gold they needed.
All over the planet, that it wasn't just gold. It was a planetary base.
Others believe that they left because their influence on Earth had become too great, and they feared that humanity might grow too powerful. One theory proposes that the Anunnaki's return to Nibiru was dictated by the cyclical nature of their planet's orbit. Nibiru's orbit is said to take 3,600 years to complete, meaning that the Anunnaki would return to Earth every few millennia. Some speculate that the Anunnaki may come back during the next cycle, just as the Sumerians described in their ancient records. As we look to the future, the question remains, will the Anunnaki return? And if they do, what role will they play in humanity's future? The story of their departure is shrouded in mystery, but it may hold the key to understanding our place in the universe. The influence of the Sumerian tablets on modern science. The discovery of the Sumerian tablets in the 19th century was a game-changer for our understanding of ancient history. These tablets, which date back to around 2400 BC, contain detailed records of Sumerian life, from their daily activities to their beliefs about the gods and the cosmos. But the most surprising aspect of these tablets is the knowledge they contain about science and technology. The Sumerians were experts in mathematics, astronomy, and engineering, and their records reveal a sophisticated understanding of the universe. They were able to calculate the orbits of planets, predict solar and lunar eclipses, and even measure the dimensions of the Earth with remarkable accuracy. Their knowledge of the stars and planets influenced later civilizations, including the Babylonians, Greeks, and Egyptians. The Sumerian texts also contain detailed descriptions of advanced technologies, such as the use of gold in nanotechnology and the construction of massive buildings using advanced engineering techniques. This knowledge, passed down through the ages, laid the foundation for much of the scientific knowledge we rely on today. The Sumerians' achievements challenge the conventional understanding of ancient history and suggest that advanced knowledge was available long before modern science emerged. The hidden history of the Anunnaki. What was suppressed? The history of the Anunnaki and their influence on human civilization raises the question, why is this story so rarely told? Despite the incredible knowledge and technologies the Sumerians left behind, their legacy has been largely forgotten or dismissed. Mainstream historians and archaeologists have often relegated the Sumerian texts to the realm of myth and legend, ignoring the possibility that these ancient accounts might hold more truth than we realize. Some suggest that the suppression of this information is deliberate. By downplaying the role of extraterrestrial influence in human history, it becomes easier to maintain the conventional narrative of human evolution and progress. If the Anunnaki were truly the creators of humanity, it would challenge everything we know about our origins and our place in the universe. This suppression also raises questions about the role of modern institutions in shaping our understanding of history. Are we being kept in the dark about our true origins? And if so, why? The mystery surrounding the Anunnaki may hold the key to unlocking the truth about humanity's past and its potential future. The return of the Anunnaki. What's next? As we reach the end of the Sumerian story, we are left with an unsettling question. Will the Anunnaki return? According to the ancient texts, the Anunnaki's planet, Nibiru, is on a long elliptical orbit that brings it back into the solar system every 3,600 years. This means that their return is inevitable, though we don't know when exactly it will happen. Some believe that we are approaching the next cycle and that the Anunnaki will return to reclaim their place on Earth. But what would their return mean for humanity? Would they resume their control over us, as they did in ancient times? Or would they be more benevolent, sharing their knowledge to help us overcome the challenges we face today? The Sumerian texts suggest that the Anunnaki left behind a plan for humanity's future, one that will unfold when the time is right. As we prepare for the future, it is worth considering what role the Anunnaki will play in shaping the next chapter of human history. Will we be ready to meet our cosmic ancestors? Or will their return disrupt everything we thought we knew about our world? The Sumerian story is one of mystery, knowledge, and a history that may have been deliberately hidden from us. From their groundbreaking technologies to the creation of humanity itself, the Sumerians left behind a legacy that continues to shape the world we live in today. The question remains, what more can we learn from their ancient texts, and how will it change our understanding of the past? As we look to the future, we may just find that the answers lie in the stars, waiting for us to rediscover the secrets of our cosmic ancestors.